So I wasn't going to film any of this. I wasn't going to make a vlog because this was like a very last minute trip, solo trip. So my birthday's on Saturday and I just wanted to take off and go somewhere. So I booked this camper. It's so cute in Malibu last minute. And I wasn't even going to film anything because I was just kind of trying to enjoy it and just be in the moment, which I'm still doing. That's why this is going to be a very short video because I didn't film a whole lot. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm just going to kind of do a little short recap of everything I did. And I went to Hollywood Beach in Oxnard just because that's a beach I used to go to a lot and I like that area. I used to live over there. So I'd been wanting to go to that beach. So I stopped there and then I came to Malibu and I went to Whole Foods and got dinner and snacks and stocked up, and then came to this camper, and I'll show you in a second. It's in Malibu, like right off the PCH, just a little bit up into the hills, and it's so pretty, the drive. Today I woke up and I went to the Getty Villa. It's a museum here in Malibu. They have, it's like all just antiquity, all ancient stuff. It's really cool. I got seafood from Malibu Seafood and I'm gonna eat right now. And then I'm gonna go to a piercing appointment to get this ear done because it only has like a cartilage piercing and this one has other stuff. So I'm gonna even them out since it's so much cheaper to get pierced here in LA. It's like the cheapest place to do it. So I figured I'm here, I'm gonna do it. And then straight from there, I'm gonna go to the Laugh Factory. It's a comedy club here in LA. I've only been to the Comedy Store in LA. I've been there like 5 times. So I figured this time, there weren't any shows I really wanted to go to tonight, but there was like a couple that I found like kind of interesting. One at the Comedy Store and one at the Laugh Factory. Figure I'm gonna go there since I haven't been there before. So that's what I'm doing tonight. And then tomorrow I'm probably just gonna pick one more beach in Malibu here to like spend the day at, and then probably go home. So here's the trailer. Let's walk in. There's a little kitchenette, little table, little racks for your shoes and stuff, lighting, nice couch, full-size fridge, storage, little work area, even has a printer. It's the bathroom, shower, nice. This is a little closet, all drawers, a little vanity sink area. Bedside tables, nice bed, a TV. I was watching YouTube last night. Had AC. It's pretty nice. Our lunch, clam chowder. my conch and my tragus pierced. I already have the tragus on this side and the flat on this side, so it was really uneven. It didn't hurt that bad. She was a really good piercer, so it was like quick and it was over. I keep forgetting that I even got it done. I'm going to go to the comedy club right now. I'm really early, so I think I'm just gonna walk around and check out the area. Doors open at 9:15, so I'll probably go get in line maybe at 9 or something, somewhere around there. The show, unless the lineup's changed, it's not anybody big. It's just a bunch of like small acts. It's like a lot of people from Kill Tony. That's why I was like, okay, well, if it's a bunch of small acts, at least it's all from one show, so that means it makes it kind of fun. So it's like Uncle Laser, Jack Shaw, Preacher Lawson, I think there was somebody else, and then Jessie Mae Peluso, who's not from Kill Tony. I think she's from Girl Code. She's from something I've seen, but I can't remember what. I think Girl Code. But I was like, that one looks fun, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have dinner there because you have to give a 2-item minimum, so I'm always like, if I have to get 2 things and I don't really like drinking, then I'm always probably going to get food at a comedy club. Plus, I just like getting served dinner while I'm watching a show. It's like a fun experience. So I'm going to eat while I'm watching the show, and then it's going to be over at like 11 o'clock. So it'll be late. And then, so I'm just going to head straight home. Hopefully the car noise isn't too loud. I need to figure out a different setup or something so that the car isn't so loud when I'm filming. I'll try to talk louder. So I'm on my way home now. I think the last time I filmed was before the comedy club. So the comedy club, I got put in the second row, like dead center in the second row. And it was so small, and like the way the seating was in the front, it was so small that I was like right there. The stage was right there. And the show started and they still hadn't seated, the 2 seats in front of me were empty. They were like reserved front row seats and they were empty. And I was like, oh no. I was like bummed because I was like, now I'm like a focal point. I'm dead center and the seats in front of me are empty. So I'm like the first thing you see now. And I do not want to get picked on. Like I could deal with it if it happened, but it's not ideal. Like it would give me so much anxiety if they picked on me. Oh my God, yeah, I did not want that to happen. So I was like sweating, and then the host said something about it. He was like, it's a sold out show. We have people in the balcony, but there's still 2 empty seats in the front row. And I was like, thank God he called it out. Now the ushers will be like, oh, we have to do something about it. And then they did. They put 2 people in the front. And I was like, thank God. And it was like a really big guy. So then it hit me. And I was like, perfect. Now it's the best of both worlds. Now I'm right in the front and I have the best view, but I'm kind of hidden behind this big guy, so I can't get picked on, really. So it was perfect. I've never been that close to the comedy show before, and I've got set in the second row before. I got set in the second row at the Comedy Store, but the way the Comedy Store is set up, you're still kind of far back, even if you're in the second row. You're not like right there unless you're in the front row. the way this club was set up, I was so close being in the second row. Like the people in the front with their little table where they put their drinks was connected to the stage. So their drinks were like on the stage. It was crazy. So I was right behind them. So literally watching the comedians, I was like looking up like the whole time. It was such a pleasant surprise. So I didn't even think I was early. Saw a couple people in line, and then I just like walked around the block, and then I saw like a handful of people in line, and I was like, okay, I'll get in line now. And I waited in line for like 5-10 minutes, something like that. It was short. And then they started letting us in. Or I think he said, do you mind being close to the front? I think if he said right in the front or front row, I probably would have said, yeah, I mind. But he said, do you mind being close to the front? That's what he said. So that's why I was like, no. So I was like hoping it would be close, but not too close. So I was so shocked that it was like right there. Yeah, and then the food at the Laugh Factory is disappointing. It's only pizza now. Pizza, salad, and little garlic knots, and then just alcoholic drinks and sodas. And that's like it. I was so disappointed because I like came with an appetite ready to eat. Because most comedy clubs have like full-on food, and usually like you when you get in. If you get there right when doors open, you get seated. It takes forever for them to fill the whole place. It takes forever because they count. They take each group and say how many and fit you around a table. Like the seating is different throughout the whole club. Some parts have tables facing this way. Some parts have tables facing the other way. There's a balcony. So it takes them forever to seat everybody. So I like ordering food right when I get there, and then it comes out really quick. When I'm like halfway done with my food, the show is just like barely starting. So it kind of kills the time perfectly. And then you get dinner and a show. So the best of both worlds. You have something to snack on while like the openers come on. And then I'm usually done by the time the headliner comes on, which is the way I like it because I want to just be enjoying it and not be eating anymore by the time the headliners are on. So they changed the lineup. Uncle Laser was not there. Trevor Wallace was the other one I couldn't remember. But he's not from Kiltony. I don't know why I thought there was another person from Kiltony. Uncle Laser was gone. They replaced him with Amir Khan. I think that's his last name. Amir K. He was so funny. I see his name everywhere, like at the Comedy Store, like on a lot of the set list. And I've seen his picture a million times, but I don't think I've ever seen his comedy before somehow. But he was so funny. He was my favorite of the night. So I ended up being happy that they switched out Uncle Laser. So I was like, there we go. I saw someone new that ended up being my favorite of the night. He was so funny. It was a sold out show, which I didn't even expect. When I bought the ticket like a few days before I left, because it's kind of last minute, and I didn't see like low ticket warning or anything when I bought it. So I didn't know it was even going to sell out. I was just like, oh, I'll just go to this just because. Back to the Airbnb to like 12:30, maybe later, maybe like 12:45. I didn't get back to the Airbnb yet. I was so tired. He was so cute, the little camper, and like getting to stay in this like super rich neighborhood in Malibu. That was like a crazy, like, yeah, you don't see Airbnbs like that often that are with a camper, you know? It's kind of like a cool mesh of two different worlds. I was worried, like, are people gonna... Also, the Airbnb I stayed at, I was their first guest. So I was worried. I was like, are the neighbors here gonna be annoyed because this is such a bougie area? They're gonna be like, oh no, an Airbnb bringing in the riffraff. But I didn't get any dirty looks or anything. And it was just a really, really quiet neighborhood. Like, I just pulled in, parked right in front of their house on the street, and went into the camper. I never saw anybody. She checked in several times, but I never saw anybody. I heard their kids playing for like 5 minutes, and it didn't bother me at all, but they were just super quiet. I didn't hear a peep out of anybody. the parrots were crazy. I feel like I'm in the jungle. What is giving me jungle vibes? And I was like, it's the birds. The birds here sound like jungle birds. Why? And then when I saw the green bird, I was like, and so then I went outside and looked up in the tree. There was literally like a dozen that were like added to the experience. In a camper in Malibu, like surrounded by these exotic birds. It was so cool. Then I got up this morning, got ready, checked out, and I went straight to Neptune's Net. It's a seafood place in Malibu. It's like one of my favorite places just because it's like somewhere I used to go all the time when I used to live over there. I used to live in like Camarillo area. I used to go to Neptune's Net a lot. Also, it was on, I can't remember right now. What was that Mary-Kate and Ashley show? The one when they're like young teenagers and their dad is a fashion designer. And yeah, and they live with him in Malibu. And they would like, their tradition was every Sunday they go to Neptune's Net. And they would eat at Neptune's Net. And then when I moved there and I saw it, I was like, wait, isn't that from the Mary-Kate and Ashley show? And I looked it up and I'm like, yep, that's it. But it's just like a seafood place, but it's like a classic place. Like it's been there for a super long time. And it's also like a big biker place. There's always a ton of motorcycles out front. And then it's right on the PCH. And then right across the street is County Line Beach, which is like a big surf spot. So that beach is like, yeah, a lot of people surf there. So I went to Neptune's Net and got food. And then I ran across the street to County Line Beach and set up my little tent and ate my food. And I like camped out. I just hung out for like literally like 4 hours. I was there. Maybe 4 or 5 hours. I was there for a long time. And I just did everything I wanted to do at the beach. I drew, I tanned, I got in the water a little bit. I read a book. And by like 4 o'clock, the tide was like coming up where it was like about to touch my toes. And I was like, okay, I don't want my tent to get swept away. So time to go. But that was the only downside. But hey, it gave me enough time to stay and do everything I wanted to do. And then I just left and I stopped at the Tejon Ranch outlets at the Grapevine because I've never been to them before. I've passed by like a million times and I've never stopped. And I was like, you know what? I want to break the drive up so it doesn't feel so long. I'm going to finally stop and check those out. I don't think it was worth checking out, but at least now I did it. There was nothing there that it's not at every other outlet. There was like just the most basic of the basic stores at outlets. Not even a few cool little interesting or different things. Yeah, it was not worth stopping, but at least it broke up the drive, so there's that. And then I got Chick-fil-A in Bakersfield. I always stop at any chance to get Chick-fil-A because we don't have one. And now I'm only like 45 minutes from home. So my adventure is almost over. My birthday trip. Oh yeah, today's my birthday. So yeah, it was a good birthday trip. And now I'm gonna go home and probably celebrate with family. So that was it. So this was just a super short one, but I'm gonna keep making more. So if you like these, stick around. Bye.